Hello and welcome to the demo for the Healthy Choice app. My name is James Myers. I am on a team with Talon Smith, Jamie Walker, and Brian Peterson. So our app is basically like an online repository for recipes. So if you come to our website, you can view an index, basically of all of our recipes that are on the website, and you can search for specific recipes or calories or something like that if you want to. Um, that's basically what you can do as a non-member. You also have an option to sign up for a membership, or if you're already a member, you can just log in, which will give you access to a profile page. So on this page, you can create new recipes, and you can also delete recipes that you've created as well. That's kind of only a members only type thing. That's the benefit of creating an account on our website as opposed to just someone who wants to come and find a quick recipe for something and be on their way. That's fine. If you actually want to contribute because you have recipes of your own that you want to share, you can do that too, and it gives you a way. So without further ado, I'll just kind of get right into the app itself. This is kind of just the code for our homepage. So our bootstrap and everything was done by Brian. Brian, on our homepage, we have this sign up or login system. Brian's responsible for that, so that was kind of one of his contributions during milestone 2, was setting up Devise and making sure that all that worked and that it gave you the appropriate message if you've signed in successfully, or if something failed, it told you why. Um, and he also implemented our search feature, which is on our recipes index page. So just as kind of a quick overview of what we all did, that was Brian's contribution. So that was, he got our search and our login working. Our sign up and our login working, as well as our search feature on the recipes page, which that's what allows you to search for specific recipes or specific calories and things like that. Talon was responsible for setting up basically our users. So our users show page, which that's what's considered your profile page. And then also being able to create and destroy recipes or create and delete recipes, which is kind of also a user function. The controller actions for that, would be under recipes, but it's only available from a user profile page, as opposed to the homework assignments where you could go to an index and delete something. From the database on our site, you only have access to delete recipes that show up on your profile page. So those are only recipes that you've added. So that was Talon's contribution. Jamie was responsible for our models and tests, as well as our recipe index, which is something we've added and kind of changed a lot since our latest iteration, and our recipes individual show pages. Just was kind of, a way to, you don't get a lot of information on the index. You basically get a photo and the name of the recipe and the rating. So if you actually want to cook something, you have to click on that recipe to view more detail, like its ingredients and things like that. So Jamie got all of that up and running for us as well. As for myself, I mostly concentrated on at first our routes, because all of this had to be a lot of this had to be reworked from our first iteration, because we've added an entirely new model and we've changed around our recipes model almost completely. So new pages, new routes. I did a lot of the routes for all these pages, as well as our action controllers, which a lot of us worked on. I focused mostly on the pages controllers and the recipes controllers. Talon took care of the users controllers, and Jamie also took care of the ratings controllers, which that's also Jamie took care of our ratings model, as well as the information about our ratings show and index pages. He got all of that worked out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open up our app. That's just kind of a brief couple of minutes, however long we've been going, overview of. I'm just going to check real quick. Overview of what we've been working on, or what each individual person did as their assignment. So I've already got our app up. It's just kind of up and running right now. I started it up before I started the video to save time. So this is just our landing page. We've got just kind of an image here of photo, but we could change this to whatever we wanted, but we just wanted something basic to start off with just the name. I'm not signed in right now, so I only have the option to view recipes. I can view our top rated recipes, and no matter where you're at, this is always a link back to our home page. So if I wanted to go view recipes, I don't feel like getting a membership, I can start here and just come to this index, and I can look around through different recipes. I've got, pulled barbecue jackfruit sandwiches or whatever that is. Tacos, which has a picture of cookies. I added that earlier, and it was just a test. We could have validations for image types, or at least an admin, could check on things like that. But for now, you can kind of just add whatever you want. You can see that you can view individual recipes, but you can't edit them or delete them or anything from here. If I wanted to view tacos, I could click on view tacos, and this is just kind of some filler information I put in here. The prep time, which is in minutes, the calories, the ingredients, the directions, which was just cook the meat, and then it'll have the image here. Most of our other recipes have a lot more detailed information, and of course, if a user added a recipe, they can add whatever they want. Going back here, I can search for an individual recipe. So if I want to search for tacos, I just type it in. It's still up here at the top, but you can see it's the only one in the list now. It's just showing me, hey, this is the only thing we have that matches tacos. If I type something we don't have, like fish tacos, then it's going to tell me that there are no recipes containing the item fish tacos. Over here is our top rated recipes. So this is just going to give you our highest rated recipes, normally in descending order. So you could still probably go down all the way to the bottom to tacos, which hasn't been rated yet. But it's going to just be a quick way to list, like, what is everyone eating here? Like, what's the highest thing that the users here enjoy? And you can see that really quick. This is probably something that would be constantly changing. Possibly even day to day, where, I mean, our recipes index would too, but it's a little bit, different. That's more for searching a specific recipe. This is more for there's no search function here. This is just if you want to see what everyone else is eating. So over here, if you want to go ahead and sign in, if you don't have a membership, you click on sign in. You can sign up here, which I can just kind of create a mock Memphis email address, and we'll create a password. And click on sign up. That email has already been taken. So this is kind of another demo here. I've actually already created an account using that email address. It's not going to allow me to. So you can see there are validations for, Devise obviously does a lot of this, but, it will check whether or not something this already exists or not. So I'll try doing a different one. This is a really old email address, but we can try it out. And there we go. Okay, so I'm signed in. So I'm a new user now. You can tell them it said, welcome, you've signed up successfully. And here this is up here. So I can go ahead and go to my profile, which is now available up here. It wasn't there before, but now it's right here next to sign up. And basically, if I have, this says, welcome to your page, here are the recipes you've made. I can get to the full recipes list from here. If I've added a recipe, then it's also going to show up on this profile page, but I have not added anything yet. So real quickly, we can kind of go ahead and do that. I'm going to add a recipe because I'm kind of on my last minute now. So we'll add beans. The time is pro, say, I don't know, 30 seconds, 30 minutes. I mean, calories are 100 calories in beans. I think that I have a URL saved. I do. Ingredients are beans. And we'll just say eat the beans. That's the directions. Of course, you could put real directions in there, but I'm kind of pressed for time. So here we go. I've created the recipe beans. So here's all of the information I put here. If you go back to my profile page, you'll see that beans is now listed on my profile page as one of my recipes, and I have an option to delete it. No other user can delete it. If you go to the full recipes list, you'll see that beans is here. It's at the top. It's the most recent. You can view it, but you can't delete it. You can go back to the profile page, and if I want to get rid of it because having a recipe for beans is ridiculous, I just click on delete. Recipe's been deleted, and here we are. So that has been the presentation, and I hope we get an A.